Starting this out, I want to say there isn't enough solid info out there about hockey equipment, with sponsored reviewers only giving a biased look that's mostly positive on select pieces of gear. I'm going to show you just how many hockey blade options there are out there, giving my own ratings based on reviews and player feedback, starting with my favorite brand, XC Blade. XC blades aren't your traditional flare blade, as these widen out at the ends, offering the tightest, grippiest, and lowest turns you've ever had compared to other straight blades, including flare skate. The older model XC blades have overall wider blades. Pros of thicker blades are they stay sharp longer due to having a shallower hollow. They give you lower turns. Slips and hard strides might do less ice damage, with the cons being slower, less responsive inside-outside edge transitions due to wider blade, which is why I like XC Blade's newer model, which is overall thinner. XC has more flare ridge to sharpen versus Flare's brand, which has little to sharpen before it's gone. Newer model XC blades are overall thinner, giving faster edge transfers with no visible flare ridge. They offer different model types and 3 curve sizes, medium, large, and extra large, the medium giving slightly more turning grip, with extra large being the most aggressive tight turning option that can gouge the ice out pretty easily, depending on what you get your skates sharpened at. Comes with a good profile that isn't flat. The DLC quality is decent, sitting around 7.5, and the steel quality being a solid 9. Pricing for steel models are between $118 to $172, with DLC costing between $160 to $204. On to the next brand, Flare Skate Blade. Flare Skate gives a thicker blade that doesn't curve out at the ends. They say it helps you turn tighter, but I'm not sure on that. Their DLC coating separates from the blade easily, while the steel's quality, you don't get much flare height, which will eventually grind down. Transitions suffer due to the extra space in between edges. The DLC, I'd give a rating of 4.5, and the steel quality is 7. Steel costs between $150, $165, and DLC being $187 to $202. Next up is Step. In 2020, CCM bought Step, currently only makes blades for CCM. Steps are the flattest feeling blades I've skated on out of the box, which made them hard to skate with, especially taking corners. I don't know if Step offers profiling, but I had to get mine done, which cost extra and took 2 weeks to do. Step is a taller blade which gives lower, not tighter turns, and gives you more maneuverability with deeper strides. Not the tallest runners, as XC Blade's 2024 model sits a little taller. Some say they don't like how tall Step is, causing them balance issues. That may be due to inexperienced skaters. After getting my steps back from profiling, I can say they are the best pair of straight blades I've skated with. The height is nice and the DLC is best in the market. Just be aware of the extra cost if you don't like flat blades. The DLC, I'd give a rating of 9.6, and the steel quality solid 9. The price for the steel is $110 to $140, with DLC costing $170. This next brand, JRZ, seems to be a Step Steel offshoot for aftermarket blade holders. Same quality as Step Steel with less options and higher prices, with the steel version costing $120 and the DLC being $200. With the next brand, Titan, believed to have the same quality steel as Step, though people lean more towards Step anyway. I found it hard to find Titan steel, even on Titan's own website, which looked like more of a distributor site. I'd give a DLC 9.2 and a steel quality 8.7 because I just don't know enough about Titan to give a better rating than that. Steel cost is $100 for the steel version, and the DLC or Diamond Edge is $170. This next company, Raymond Edge, has the highest quality steel in the market, with their coatings being decent. They do not offer DLC though. Steel tends to be thicker overall, which has a snugger fit in your holders. I'd give the coat a rating of 7.5 and a steel quality 9.7, just based off of what players have said about their steel. So the overall cost for any blades from Raymond Edge is going to be $138. The next brand, Bionic. Bionic is a taller blade that has non-DLC color options and 2 types of polish and a DLC coating. I don't know much about Bionic as there aren't many reviews on them. I'd give a DLC a rating of 7.8 and steel quality a 7.8. Steel price is between $110 and $120, with DLC costing between $130 and $160. I think this next brand is a bit controversial among players and people talking about it online on YouTube, doing good reviews and stuff, but personally I think they're just a little bit gimmicky. There's not enough out there to support that these actually say what they do. So we're going to be talking about Blade Tech. They have a supposed spring effect, increasing speed 5.5%, helps knee pain, and decreases muscle fatigue. But like I said, there's not enough player feedback or solid evidence from multiple reputable sources to suggest their blade design has those benefits. Some say they felt no difference, and others say they may have, but didn't know if it was due to a placebo effect. There's a possibility these could decrease your speed even, but I'm not completely sure. Blade Tech does have good quality steel and the most color, text, and design customization options out there in the market. I'd give a DLC a rating of 9.2 and a steel quality 8.7. Cost for a steel version is $110 with DLC costing $160. And on to one of the big wigs of hockey is Bauer, with their Ellis Pulse titanium coated. Has an immaculate titanium carbonate finish that keeps these sharp for a longer time. The steel seems pretty soft though, as it gets gouged easily. I'd give a DLC for this specific blade a 9.4 and a steel quality a 6.5. TOOC's Lightspeed Carbon Light Edge might crack easily, so it's best to avoid that. And along with LS5, they have okay steel, but the DLC comes off super easy. They have other blades that I'm not going to cover, it would take way too long. Steel pricing is between $75 to $120 with DLC costing between $160 and $180. This next upcoming brand is True. They have good quality steel and a decent DLC option, rating it at 7.8 and the steel quality being an 8.2. Your steel price for True is $90 to $48 on sale, and your DLC is going to cost $160. There's not really much known about Graf's blades. Their boots are known to be pretty sturdy and last a long time though, but from what I could find they had 3 steel options, and one of the first options costed $70 and a perforated version costed $80. And then the next big company is CCM. They don't make very good blades, which in my opinion that's why they purchased Steps Company. With their DLC rating, I'd give a 3 and steel quality a 6.8. This last company, Massive, bad reputation for their high tensile strength steel, which tends to snap. People say to stay away from this brand. Other than that, not much is known about Massive, as they seem to have stopped producing and advertising their product. If you manage to find any, they cost around 20 bucks. And with all that, I hope this helped out whoever could use this info, and if you have any personal experience with these brands, let us know in the comments below, as it helps me and other fellow skaters out. Thank you, and let me know if this was useful.